With this one, I want to start off by answering your questions that you guys had for me. Which, starting off with the first question is, well, how do I get my alert sounds to work through OBS Studio? Because I can set my game capture and my music. However, the main browser audio has to go through desktop audio, which basically makes this useless. Well, great question. In order to do that, we have to go through into our scenes here. I'm just going to go through and add in a new browser source. I'm going to title this alert. And I'm actually going to go through and find a video just to kind of throw up for it. And then from here, what you want to do is you want to go through the URL here. Set that as your alert link. I'm just going to set this to be 1920 by 1080 just so you guys can kind of get a visual of it. And then you want to control audio via OBS. This is basically going to make it so OBS has full control over the audio. So what I'm going to show you in a moment will allow you to hear that audio yourself. So now, as you can see, I have this advertisement here. And look, there's the audio. Now it's going through OBS and OBS only. However, if you want to hear that yourself, you have to go over here, Advanced Audio Properties, and to turn on audio monitoring. You can have it be monitor only, mute output, or monitor and output. And there we go. Now you can have your alert audio. Well, now you can have basically any browser source audio that you want inside of OBS. Now what about the application app audio capture? How can I set that up to run well in OBS? Well, so I'm going to go through and to grab a couple of different applications, all that's going to be playing audio. I'm going to set up this one to be for browser audio. And there we go. It found the audio that I wanted. Then I'm going to set up another one for like music. So I'm just going to title music source. And for now, because Spotify is open, I'm going to keep it at Spotify. Then I'm going to set up another one for game, like for my game capture. And for this one, because I don't have any games open, I'm just going to go through and to open up another browser and use that. And here you can see that I have 3 different audio mixes. Now, what's nice about this application audio output capture source, and well, if we go through it to our audio mixer, right click into Advanced Audio Properties, you can see that we can control the audio tracks that they are laid on. So I'm going to go through and to set this up. The way now I usually do it, I usually put it so music's on 3 and that everything is on 4. However, that does depend on how much audio applications you have on. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set this up to 5 because as you can see, we do not have a microphone yet. So now I'm going to go through and to Advanced Audio Properties, and I'm going to ASIO input to be 4. Well, ASIO input to be 4, so I'm going to deselect 1, 2, 3, 5. And then for my microphone audio, I'm going to deselect everything other than 5. With everything else being selected on 6, because that is going to be the output that we are sending to Twitch. Output, advanced, and then our streaming settings, I'm going to set the audio track to 6. And there we go. Another thing that's nice with this is you can actually set this up for your VOD track. So say that you have some music playing in the background and you do not want it inside of your track. Settings, output, set your Twitch VOD track to be the one that doesn't have your microphone source in it. It's not like your music source or your browser audio. And it'll take that out of your VOD. We're going to here, 3 is currently set to my music source. So that's going to be out of the VOD. Now as you can see, we have a lot of different audio tracks here. Like, a lot of them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through and to take all of these and put them into a new scene. I'm not going to do that by copying all of them and pasting them. I'm just going to go through the new scene, add, scene 2, add, and there'll be scene of scene. Now all of my audio sources are here again. By the way, just so you're aware, if you have a transparent thing like Stream Elements, alerts or anything like that, those will not show up here unless if they are activated. It's just because I have a video up here that they, do show. So now that I've shown you guys how to fully use the application audio capture, I want to go through and to talk about some of the other new things that are inside of OBS. So the first new thing that is in the OBS is the new overlay. As you can tell, it looks completely different now. It looks a lot more modern and a lot cleaner than it used to. As before, it was really bad and the text font didn't scale up well. It was just all around not a good visual. While I'm inside the settings, I want to show you something cool inside the stream section. Well, inside of the output section. Inside the recording section, they added a new thing called automatic file splitting. What this basically does is that this allows you to split up your files based on time. So I'm going to select that. I want it set to be only split manually, so that then I can set up keybind later. Now this is the same, however, as you can tell, I'm using a new encoder called THESE. THESE is how your NVIDIA GPU encodes HDR in 10-bit color. Because with OBS 28, they revamped their color spaces, bringing in HDR, bringing in PO10 and IO10. And they also now have what color sources they are, and all the color specs inside of it, like PO10 10-bit 2 planes, PO10, IO10 10-bit 3 planes, all of that inside the color format tab. And then inside the color spaces, we have Rec 2100 PQ and Rec 2100 HLG. Now, if you want to use these for streaming, get wrecked, Twitch streamers, you can't use them yet. Right now, you can only use them inside of YouTube HLS. Now, in order to get to that, you have to go to Service, set to Show All, and you have to scroll all the way down to YouTube HLS. That's basically like your normal YouTube RTMP, except it has a little bit more latency, and it's mainly made for high resolution streams like 1440p and HDR, because YouTube now supports that with the AV1 encoding. And speaking of encoding, the other thing that got updated was AMD's encoder. It's a lot better, and to be fair, it almost looks a lot better than NVIDIA's. But yeah, that's kind of about it. That's kind of about it to the changes to the face of the software. Now, behind the software, they did implement some new things. They updated their plugin framework from Qt5 to Qt6, which the differences between the two is one's more stable and not from 2014, and one just all around works a lot better. Now, some of your plugins may not work with this, which is normal. However, in the future, with more updates, they will. I'll leave a link down below to all the plugins that do not work with the OBS 28 right now. Well, and there's two more things that have gotten updated. One of them dealing with the OBS WebSocket. WebSocket is no longer needed as a plugin because with OBS 28, they have released WebSocket v5 integrated with the platform. In small bearing terms, WebSocket is basically how another application hooks into and controls OBS. Now it looks like this. It looks a lot better, and you can actually see what's connected and what's not connected. Very nice. And the other thing that got updated was the virtual camera, because now you can actually set the output type and the output selection. So it can have the internal output or scene. Well, those of us who do podcasts or things that require us to use OBS as a camera source, like recording with friends or anything like that, because it allows you to just select a scene with your webcam in it. And you can see that the output types are internal or scene. When you select the scene, it just gives you two scenes that you can output. Nice! And what else looks a lot better is the fact that you guys still have yet to watch my initial video on the application audio capture, which you can find right here, and you still have yet to watch my latest live stream on Rocksmith Plus right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. For now, and see you guys later. Goodbye!